Mr. Segar James Kijana Agumba. Really what I've been doing as a teacher by profession is this fight advocacy against gender-based violence.
Would you mind comparing Kibera that was and the Kibera of today?
First, people were more united, but I can see now, even if this one is the case, though the population also has but I've seen a lot of development in the civil society aspect, whereby different organizations do quite a number of activities that really, in one way or the other, bring the development aspect to the common people of Kibera. Like you see, some are providing sponsorship program, some are even doing like environmental cleaning and they support. There are also some that give some provisions to the vulnerable families and the needy. Development community of the development partners has done a lot to Kibera. Early enough that we had got a lot of gangsters who could just kill any person anyhow. Nowadays, I don't see they are there. You see, even the community of Kibera, they provide security by themselves.
If you were the MP-elect of Langata constituency today, in the first 6 months, how will you prioritize the issues development in Kibera?
The first thing I'll have to do, I'll take into concern the effort that is brought forward by the non-governmental organizations. They do a lot here, but most of their programs are not mapped. So I'll do like a mapping to know which organization does what. And the organizations that have specific objective should come together and mobilize collective resources to create an impact within the community. Of which I may know that if this one provides scholarship, this one also do like environmental cleaning, they should provide the financial and material resources they have, then create an impact in a particular area. So by that we may be achieving something rather than people doing their things in individual aspect. From there I'll see the loopholes in which the government should chip in. So I may see that if this has been done by the non-governmental organization, that is a plus. The CDF should now do this other part. This other government allocation should now do this other part, so that we don't put a duplication of them and there is no accountability for the resources. Kibera itself needs another district hospital at this place. So though the space is very, very minimal, but we can see how this medical institution or at the district headquarters, we can bring some national services that can raise a certain institution to a district level, where they can get all services rather than traveling to a distant place. Another thing we can also see that maybe in the education sector, the public schools are very less. They are very less vis-a-vis the population of children and pupils who are here. So I would like us to see a way in which some kind of the private schools, if there is no space to build other public schools, may benefit from the government services that other public schools benefit from, so that those children can also get the assistance that is so much entitled to them. Like Olympic Institution has taken kind of some duration to be developed, as well as Raila Education Center. But by then there were spaces to build them. But now, even where we can build another institution is also like kind of a nightmare. But I may see a situation of, there is a flock of many informal institutions here. These are the same institutions that sometimes can partner with the government to benefit from the government facilities, of which if they can be upgraded into the government system, so that the government can take and fund after negotiation and compensation to the individual donors.
When you talk of upgrading, I get a smiling because you have the slum upgrading project that is happening. To you, in your own opinion, do you think this project is a success? If not, then what is the problem?
After some houses where some people were staying there in Soweto East were kind of earmarked for demolition, these are the same people, after being taken to the same houses, they went and stayed back there. So you see, they are also deteriorating the government's effort to bring this kind of upgrading. The other problem is, people who have been staying into this kind of the shanties which are here. These are people who sometimes they have been giving like a monthly rent of average of 500, 400. If it goes higher, then it's 800 for the most population. So when they are taken there and they hear later that there is a rent of maybe 1,000, despite the fact that they stay in good houses, most of them cannot afford this kind of charges. Maybe they were not involved, but they should be involved in a way that If they don't want these big houses, then we can build some simple houses that people can stay. And I can see most of the people who are landlords here within, also they reject the idea of building the same house.
If you were given a chance to advise your fellow youth, what would this advice be?
I would rather tell them, let us be very wise. Let us not be misused. Let us not be misused for the sake of going to carry out some negative acts that later come and only deteriorate our kind of development. I would like to encourage and enhance a collective responsibility within Kibera where people, do not base their ideas and development on tribal, ethnic kind of divides.